guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And today, I just did a video on the tomatoes I picked in the garden. This batch right here is ready. I've got probably the same amount over there that is not quite ready. They're still ripening. But I want it all to go in the same batch of sauce because it takes a long time to cook the sauce down. It takes time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top these all. I've already washed them. They're going in the pot, and you can cut these in half. It does make them break down faster. I picked through and got all the ones I felt like were ripe. And I will tell you, I think I mentioned it in my last video, that I did dehydrate all of the tops and skins that came off of it and dehydrated it and made tomato powder. So I'll be doing the same thing because I've got some other stuff that needs to go on the dehydrator anyway. But these Romas have just been so prolific this year. I feel really, really lucky that I got as much as I did, because some years you do. I got a lot of tomato product last year. Actually, for the last several years, I have for a very small amount of tomato plants. And in years past, I've had up to 56 tomato plants. Next year, I'm planning on, I want to at least double what I have, if not probably triple or quadruple, so I can have all the tomato products that I want to use for the year. That includes juice, Bloody Mary mix, canned whole tomatoes. I want tomato sauce, marinara, all the things that I do, and pizza sauce. All of it is going to come from my garden. And there's a high tunnel in our future. I don't know that we'll get it done. Hopefully we'll get it done next spring. But, it's a work in progress. So if not, we'll just grow our tomatoes the old-fashioned way right outside. And I wish I knew the variety of these Romas because they've been fantastic. They've been no real disease problem. I'm just now getting blight on them. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking this down. I'm going to cook this down and get some tomato sauce started. And this is just a way that you can do this. And I'll show you what to do next after I get all this done. I'll show you, and I get it cooked down. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Super easy. And that way you can get this started, and these don't end up getting soft and mushy and mealy because they're overripe. They're going to be just perfect. And look how beautiful and red they are. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so happy with the tomatoes. Look at that beauty. All right. So that's what I'm doing. And I'll be back when I show you the next step. And I showed you this in my canning video, but this is a different way to handle a canning day, if you will, because you may or may not have the time. I'm very limited. It's after work. I don't have the time, and not all the tomatoes are ready. So this is how I handle it. All right, so I filled this. This is a 5-quart Cuisinart contour pot. I have that down in my Amazon store. These pots, and I have the 12-quart as well. They are such a heavy bottom. Like, I simmered my sauce all night long in this, and there was zero scorching on the bottom. Now, after I brought it back up to temp the next day, I got a little bit on the sides, but it cleaned right up, no problem. So all of these, if you have pigs or livestock you can feed them to, I wouldn't feed that many tomatoes to chickens. It's a nightshade. And I'm not going to dehydrate this portion. I'm going to wait and get the clean seeds and skins. And I got damaged parts here. But they got the stem end, so I don't need that in my dehydrated tomato powder. This is going to go on the stove till it cooks down. And then I will run it through the food mill, and I'll show you what I do next. Okay guys, so now this is cooked down, this 5-quart, and I've let it cool down. It's not completely cool, it's still extremely hot where the tomatoes are, the product, but this was heaping when I put it on the stove, They cook down so fast. And now we're going to run it through the food mill into this Cambro. And this is a 4-quart Cambro. It's not going to be quite full, obviously, once we get the skins and everything. But that's how easy it is. You're cooking those tomatoes down, getting all of the juice and everything, and getting it ready. And then I will let this now, because you can see steam coming off, I hope. It's hot. I'm going to get this all the skins and seeds and everything, and all the pulp and juice is going down here, and then I will wait for the next batch to get ripe. And then, and only then, we're going to be cooking that down to make that delicious tomato sauce. That tomato sauce is mind-blowing how good this is. I have never had tomato sauce, and once in a while I back this up to get the skins resituated so I really get a good amount out of what I'm doing. But yeah, absolutely mind-blowing how good tomato sauce is from homegrown tomatoes. And these Romas are the ticket. So you could use any kind of Roma or paste tomato and get the same results. But absolutely wonderful. So here we go. This is what I'm going to be doing for the next, I don't know, making a mess. Next 10 minutes maybe. And then we'll get this hot sauce to let it sit to cool. And in the fridge it will go. And it's going to wait for the next batch of tomatoes. I could have put these in the freezer and done the same thing, but honestly, why not just do it now and hold it for a day or two? It'll be fine, and then I can process that batch, reduce it all down, and can it up. So that's what I'm doing. I hope this inspires you. I hope that if you have any questions, you'll please, let me know in the comment section. And if you're doing this sort of stuff, if you have another trick that you might use, let's see that in the comment section, because you might be helping somebody out. All right, we're going to keep going. And I can't wait to see you next time. I can't wait to show you a recipe using the tomato sauce. It is so delicious. And I'm going to until I have enough on the shelf, I'm going to go, ooh, I don't know. I got to wait for a really special recipe. All right. Bye. All of this through the food mill, and that 5-quart stock pot ended up with just over 3 quarts and under 4. It's going to reduce by half. So we're going to get less than 2 quarts out of all of this pulp and juice and everything that we took out of the tomatoes. But it's okay. So again, I just want to thank you for stopping by, and I will bring you along for another canning video when we get ready to can this up. How about that? Let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see that. So I hope this inspires you to prep things ahead in advance when you know you're going to need more time. And if you like this sort of videos, I truly hope you subscribe and you hit that like and share button. It really helps my channel out a lot. And leave me a comment, because I'd love to read them.